Hello, my name is Roy Nichols. I'm going to be discussing today dramatizing messages. Now, dramatizing messages is a creative interpretation of there and then. Dramatizing messages, according to our textbook, A First Look at Communication Theory, is described as imaginative language by a group member describing the past, future, or outside events. Creative interpretations of there and then, as previously discussed. Now, the dramatizing messages are not always appropriate, such as interrupting an important presenter, talking about a movie you watched while taking a test. But there are certainly times you want to be able to look at dramatizing messages and the use that they could do for you. I will share my personal experience as a military police officer for 9 years. We were deployed and worked in harsh environments at many times. Often without proper food, running water at times. It was tough. Now, during certain missions while deployed, you could see morale was way down. We didn't have high morale. This usually posed a huge problem, as this often could lead to injuries or even death if you were not in the right state of mind. During briefings, dramatizing messages may not be appropriate, and they certainly wouldn't be appropriate while on the mission. Now, discussing plans of what soldiers would do when they got back from deployment would often be an instant uplift to the individual and to those around him. That was huge for us because that could certainly dramatize the message, and you could sit there and talk about all the things that you want to do when you get back home. Personally, you wanted to, buy a new car, but you're going to go write it down. You're going to take a trip to California because after this deployment, you needed that. Those are the types of things that this was doing. Now that I have discussed my experience, I will make some inferences. Now, out of this situation, I have learned that these dramatizing messages are very important and should not be overlooked. Dramatizing messages can be much needed and help just not yourself, but those around you. Emotions are what can actually lead to these dramatizing messages, and their impact can be phenomenal. You as us as individuals and at UTSA, we could use this now. Let's say you've been really stressed over your grades and you've been studying for a test that's coming up. Sometimes taking a break and looking at some of these dramatizing messages can help you as well. Having a conversation, just taking your mind off of that would be useful. Now that I have made some inferences, I will discuss how these inferences can be transferred to other situations. Now, these situations can be used in our everyday lives when used appropriately. When you are working in a group assignment and everyone is stuck, throwing in a dramatized message can help you take your mind off the task, and then before you know it, the group can help bring you back into the task. So, just think of those things when you're looking at the overall dramatizing message here. Now, in conclusion, don't be afraid to use dramatizing messages from time to time. As long as it's used appropriately, it could be very beneficial. Now, why does this matter? Because dramatizing messages can be beneficial to you, such as when studying for your final exams, as I mentioned, with a group and you feel mentally exhausted. Stopping and using a dramatized message, talking about what you're going to do when you graduate, can really be a good break from that stressful studying as well. Now, when you review dramatizing messages, just look at different ways that you probably use them on a day-to-day basis. Those are things that you probably don't even realize that you're already contributing and using dramatizing messages. Now, something I would like to leave you with here is to generate excitement in the downest of times, learn to dramatize to help the uprise. So with that, use dramatizing messages, help you uplift when appropriate and when needed, so that way you're not in a slum. All right, well, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out on dramatizing messages. Thank you.